Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast. I know it's been a while. I know you're probably getting really sick of seeing only Civilization 5 videos. But don't worry, those will get better. We had quite some, let's just say, altercations that may or may not have taken place that I have not put up yet because it is not reached that point where those would go out. If you haven't figured out yet, my schedule for releasing is Wednesdays and Saturdays. I will try to get those out as close to like 3 or 2 or noon as possible. Well, closer to like 3 or 4 on Wednesdays. But Saturdays I hope to publish around noonish. So, and that will be much easier for me considering the new changes that have been made to YouTube. So what happened was they added a little publish button so I can upload whatever I want and then just click that and then it'll publish. So I can upload tons of videos at once, but then they won't publish until I click that button. So I did already record a little bit of this episode about a week ago. I made some significant changes since, which I will be showing you guys soon. But first I just wanted to talk a little bit. Let me put some of my gear back on. This is how I normally look. It's a little bit better. I can fly and stuff. So, alright, I can't take myself seriously with that hat on. It looks like I've got long hair. So, I really want your guys' input. I've been making a lot of stuff that is what I want to do, and I know based off of views, I mean the first few civilizations got the 30-some views, but they've dropped down to about 5 now. So I want to know what you guys want me to do. I want more of your input. I want to communicate with you guys more. So what I'm planning to do is dedicate builds to certain people. So like, I don't know, give an example. The farm I started in a previous recording. I'll probably slap the clip in somewhere, and I'll show you later in the video. But that might be dedicated to somebody. And, I don't know, like my ME system, maybe. I don't know. I'll come up with things to dedicate, and if I don't feel like I have anything good enough to be dedicated for that person, I might build something new, or build a little house. But, like, if you give me ideas, I might dedicate something to, you know? Especially since, I have 25 subscribers now. Was 26. I am sorry, Norway, whatever I did to you. Sorry you felt the need to unsubscribe. Maybe you were here for Feed the Beast, and now it's back and you can subscribe again. But, yeah, I want to do what you guys want to do. And it'll be much easier, since I only have 25 subscribers, to keep up with what you guys would like to see. Now, I'm not going to pander, should I say, to certain people. Like, if one guy leaves 100 comments, like, hey, do this, do this, do this, do this, I'm not going to be able to do all of that. And, I mean, I might not do any of it if I don't like it. I'm sorry, I'm not that kind of channel. I'm not going to create something just because you feel like, or create something just because one person wants it. I might do some of that because there are so few viewers. However, like, if you guys want to vote in the comments on something you think I should do, that'd be wonderful. So enough talk. That was what I wanted to say. I just want you guys to give me some input because I feel like I haven't been interacting with you guys enough. So let me give you a quick tour. Put my hat back on. So the most changes I've made is with this. In my first video, I showed everything out there. Oh gosh. For some reason my computer does not like it when I fly. I showed you guys everything out here. I showed you the farm. I showed you all those builds over there. I haven't added anything new. I did, however, change my rubber farm over to a vegetable farm and pumpkin farm because of the sheer number of, or the sheer amount of rubber I had collected. So really the only new thing to show you guys is inside in the ME room. I made an ME system. And as you can see, this has basically all my stuff. I still keep some of the valuables out there, such as diamonds and emeralds. But down here is where all the magic happens. So I have some systems set up here. This one here takes the berries from my ore berry farm and smelts them. And that is connected over here to these, packagers. That's what those are. And it compresses them into ingots and sends them to the system, so basically I'm getting tons of free resources just for being online. Now here is part of my crafting setup. This is the induction smelter, and I have a few recipes which require induction smelting, or are just more convenient to use the smelter for. And then this is my ore processing. These two right here, it feeds directly into the pulverizer, and then those feed directly into a powered furnace, so I don't have to worry about if I want something that is pulverized, such as here, it being accidentally spurted directly into the powered furnace. So I have a few recipes here, no ores yet. And then over here is my crafting induction furnace, which just again has a few recipes. And my compressor, which has a few more. And my extractor, which I just automatically export any of these into to make rubber. However, I am not in a desperate situation at all for rubber since I have over 600 stacks. And this is my solution to a bit of just overcrowding, because ME drives can only hold so much, and I don't feel like making a ton of 64K things just because of the, just to have enough bytes. So what I did is for things that I had a lot of, or things that were just going to take up a ton of room in the future, I added barrels with storage buses underneath, which are what these are. And they interact with the inventory, and you can set priorities. So these are all priority 2, so they have a higher priority than the regular ME drives. And anything that it receives that is one of these items is automatically dumped in, and I have 2 different ones for coal and charcoal, because I have that charcoal facility over there, which I believe I showed you in the last video. If not, we'll see it someday. But as you can probably hear, we'll get to that later. I want to show you, actually I will probably be doing a tutorial on this at some point. Why is this even hooked up? Because I figured out a way to keep a inventory, such as a chest or whatever you want. Here I'm using an ender chest, or what is it here? Keep it stocked with a certain amount of an item. In this case it is impregnated frames for my bee farm. And it's just using this other controller. I'll go through it quickly now, but I'll probably release a video more in depth at another point. So what it is this thing, or this interface, if you set it to export a impregnated frame, or anything else for that matter, it will always export an impregnated frame if it has the option to. Now over here in my crafting, I am making impregnated frames, and it knows how to make that. And it can make impregnated sticks as well, which I'll get to in a minute, and it can make string. So it can make impregnated frames, because I'm not always going to have these just lying around in my system. So what happens is, if it can make it, it makes it, and exports it here. But the only problem is, if you were to pull out of that and put back into the system, then you would always just have one lying around. Now my solution was to set up a separate controller. So it's basically a separate inventory. It's a subsystem, if you will. And it's just running a few cables, a storage bus, a level emitter, and this thing. And this just relays power from one system to another. So what's happening is, this ME controller has a storage bus underneath this chest here that says, hey, supply this with impregnated frames, and it's 2, because I did have a chest over there before, but I do not now. And it's set, and the level emitter says, hey, when I have below 17 frames, emit a redstone signal. So when the precision import bus receives a redstone signal, it activates, and it'll pull out a couple frames. And once this gets 17 frames, it'll stop emitting. And I'll show you how to build that in a tutorial. Probably I might even film that after I finish this. Now over here I have automated steel production. Not completely, it just automatically exports charcoal. And here I have my connection to the wood farm. This is the ender chest that was originally for making things like these down in the basement over there. I just brought it over here because I automated the production of these as well. Because I need so many impregnated sticks, I set up something like that for the main system. So the main system says, hey, if I have below 64 impregnated sticks, please start making some. So it'll pull out, same principle, and it just is a way to keep it from running. And I have a piece of dirt here because if not, it would try to export wood into that. Because I have automatically exporting wood at all times into this. And I have the same thing for impregnated casings, but I accidentally left this to active without signal, so I have about 600 of these, so I don't think this will be in use anytime soon. Over here, I have another automated system for the making of conduits. Now it exports into a chest, and the chest automatically pulls out if there's items, and it sends empty conduits this way, and redstone conduits down, or to the blue and to the black. So you see blues over here, blacks over here. So the redstone gets melted down into liquefied redstone, and then it gets sent over here, where it is placed into the conduits. And then after the conduits are made, they're just sent right back into the system. So I've automated just about everything I could ever need. I have not automated the production of fertilizer, which I could very easily do with just a simple addition to the system, which I think is what this one that was on the ceiling was for, but I never got around to it. But I don't really need it because I fixed my power situation, which we will take a look at now. As you can hear, it's probably pumping away, and I have 2 full energy cells here. And you guys say, well, that's pretty impressive. Well, it's all because of this thing. I have a nice steam boiler here, and I'm constantly using all the steam it's producing. As you can see, it's at a nice middle level there. I have 3 aqueous accumulators behind the wall here, just hiding them because they're all the tubes sticking out. While it is cool, it can get a little ugly at times. And down here's where my fuel is produced. Now this oil I got from 2 separate oil wells. One was pretty large, and we might visit it if it is to see if it's tapped out, because it looks like I'm not getting any more. And I only have 2 refineries here because surprisingly it is keeping up with production, and I'm actually gaining fuel throughout this entire process, even though this uses, I think, like half a bucket every time this burns out. But once this gets up to full temperature, I believe it starts using less fuel, which is good. Over here we have my power system, my new power system. And it sounds like it might be drowning me out, so let me turn this down a little bit. So what happens is the steam is pumped into the engines, and then in turn they produce energy. So they produce much more than 100 per tick, which is why I set down a second cell. And I think they might even be producing more than that, but we won't worry about that because we have enough power to last us for a while now. Because I know if I accidentally use up power somewhere, I don't have to worry about it running out. Oop, might as well sleep. And again, I'm sorry about the lag when I fly. For some reason, when I fly over my walls, it lags, but when I fly anywhere else, it does not. So. And I have come up with an idea for the roof here, and it's going to severely contrast, and I am going to enjoy it while you all cringe. So over here, everything's still the same. Let's see, what was I going to show you? Oh yes, I set up a berry farm. It is currently off because, as you saw in the basement, all my barrels of berries were basically full. Try saying that 10 times fast. But I set up a harvester here, with a quartz upgrade, so it harvests and automatically inputs into my system. And I didn't say this before, and it's kind of unimportant, but my system auto input is blue, green, blue. So if I want anything to go directly into the system, that is what I use. If we fly over here, we'll take a quick look at the oil. Let's see if it's tapped out. And I make sure I get every drop of oil at these things, so I block off all the water. And it looks like it is tapped out. Oh no, we're having more water issues. For some reason, this oil well, as you can see, it's almost, well, it's basically full still, has a thing of water running through it because I think it ran into a cavern. So I've been having to manually come over here and empty all the water out. which is quite a hassle. But that is unimportant for now since we have over 100,000 buckets of oil, I think it is. And if we hop back through here, we'll go over to my reason for upgrading my power situation, the bee farm. Now, it has gotten a severe upgrade since I last recorded. I'm currently working to make emerald drones, which are of less a concern. That I have, oh, I could have sworn I gave them the maximum fertility serum. Oh well. But over here we have my bee setup. I automated, well, not completely automated, but I have 2 gene pools set up here so I can dump bees in. Those will be liquefied into DNA and pumped over to this tank, which holds the liquid DNA. And I intend to automate I already have some honey in here, but I intend to automate the production and liquefaction of honey at some point, which will be what this tank is for. And currently I still have these 2 bees chugging away, the Imperial and Industrious, so I can get royal jelly and pollen, although I have much more than I'll ever need at this point, so I could really turn this guy off if I wanted to. And I think I will, because I really have no need for these combs. As you can see, I have an overabundance. But these produce honeydew and honey, which can both be used to make the liquefied honey. So these bees are still useful. Over here is my mutator. I have many mutator blocks on the bottom. I pop the bees in. I want to mutate. I throw some uranium in, and I get the bee. I have gotten the bee I want every time so far. However, I did have a problem with the robust drone, as you saw over here. It has a little minus next to its name, which means at some point this line is going to die out. It won't give me a princess. So currently I am trying to get as many drones as I possibly can. But I think I have one that I purified without that trait over here. Resilient, tolerant. Oh, I guess not. I never got that. Okay, well that's what I'm working on. And I have some newbies working over here. I have some charmed. I have the unweary and... how do you pronounce that? Historic? We'll go with that. And I just got a tropical queen. It finished running through my system because I want the silky wisps so I can start getting deeper into the beekeeping. But yeah, my main focus has been with power recently. And the project, which I won't insert the clip for starting because it's not interesting at all. I'll just go show you the mostly finished product, which I am pretty proud of. And it's just over here. I will talk to you while we fly because it is not that far away. Hopefully we don't lag out. I was having some trouble when I was trying to record originally, like 2 weeks ago. And I realized my computer was full. So I had to get rid of a lot of sieve because I couldn't record, obviously. So here is the build. It is a nice little spawner. And it's very dark. I have 4 glowstone lamps just for aesthetics. I'm trying to make stuff look better because I'm not very good at that, and I really like this. And that's why I had over 47 stacks of quartz, because I plan on making a lot of the smoky quartz blocks because they look good. Down here I have an essence tank, which is being fueled by my chicken farm, but currently I have my chicken farm turned off completely. Nothing is running because I'm manually killing the chickens because I want the chicken, because I'm trading with that villager that you saw in my house for emeralds. And he accepts wheat, and chicken, which I still get emeralds for, resets all of his trades. So it's convenient for me because I still earn emeralds. And nothing else will reset his trades, though I've tried, and I don't feel like spending a ton of emeralds. So as you can see, everything's turned off. I was just checking. Sometimes there's a lot of chickens hiding down there. So if we go visit him, we can do a bit of trading. Actually, let's drop these eggs off first in my automated egg dispenser. That is very noisy. Alright, let's fly over here and take a look. I've been storing my chicken in this chest. Might as well store those. He also accepts wool, which I was trying to reset him with, but it wasn't working very well. Let me actually clean up my inventory real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, went ahead and cleaned up my inventory and got a little bit of wheat, and we will be wrapping up soon. I just checked. I've been blabbing on for about 20 minutes now, so it's probably about time I ended it. But as you can see here, he takes 14 chicken. I take the emerald away from him, relieve him of it, and he should get the sparkles, which resets his trades. So I can continue to spam him with wheat and take all of his emeralds. Oh, there we go. Looks like that's it. And I would have to give him more chicken, which I am currently out of. But for some reason, these other trades, which were working before to reset his trades, and I know what you're saying, why would you spend an emerald when you can get an emerald? Well, it quickens the process quite a bit. Like, I would be able to just pop one here, get 7 apples, which I can use because I probably will be making quite a bit of fruit juice at some time, and he doesn't reset, so it's a bit of a waste, but whatever. Let's drop all that wheat in there and put the chicken back in. Hang on to the apples for now. But we got 8 emeralds from that one transaction, and as you can see, I've stockpiled quite a bit. So before we go, why don't we run over to the village and make a quick trade. So, because this is, the Emerald Bee was intended for these villagers over here, not these guys that are slowly drowning in the oil, but these guys, the Mistcraft villagers. I have 3 of them now, and one of them has something I want. Might as well grab this while we're at it. And I'm not going to be able to trade with him again because I didn't bring any paper. What does this one have? Boundless Sky. Oh wait, no, hold on, he did. 0 length. That is something I want very much. So I can have a 0 length sun. And sometimes if you're lucky, when you trade, they'll reset automatically, but that doesn't look... Oh, look, he did it again. What's this one? Junglewood block, don't care. Boundless Sky. No, but this is the one... Oh, did I already get it? Oh, I already got it. Never mind. Alright, well, that ruins it. Oh, that's right, I actually made a book. Okay, well, I keep saying we'll end the episode, but really quickly, before we end it, I am going to run into the age I made, which is terrible for video because it has blindness. I will meet you guys back when we get to the age. Alright, I've got the descriptive book here in my hand, and away we go. And I did make a linking book, I did not forget about that. As you can see, this is a wonderful age. I've got blindness. There appears to be random explosions, and I've got Hunger 4, which is no problem because I have this wonderful saturation thing. Now, if you look, there are some, actually, let me just set a waypoint here. I could not find my way back here. So, as you can see, there's some of this, but there's also these curious spear-looking things. Now, if we fly over here, I'm not sure if it's above or below me. It looks like it's above. But I got something very, very nice, which I am very happy about. And I'll basically never have to worry about this again. Yep, I got floating diamonds. So, with a fortune pick, this age is extremely helpful. So I can basically just come here, mine all the diamonds I want, and that's that. And that is also why it is so unstable, because the higher level things you want in your age, such as diamond ore blocks, the more unstable your age is going to be, which is why I have Hunger 4 and blindness and random explosions. Although, it sounds like it might actually be meteors. But oh well. Alright, let's go back down to the platform. Don't have to worry about fall damage, I just don't want to fall out the world. There we go. And I will link back before something terrible happens. Ding. And we're back in the overworld, and extremely blind. But as we lie here in darkness, thank you guys for watching. Oh, there we go. Take my hat off. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.